People with disabilities who rely on day programs are in a difficult situation. As Delane Cleveland reports, wait lists are long to get into those programs as staffing issues persist.
Hi, Chelsea.
This is a special day for Chelsea Lucas.
You can say hi. Come in here first.
Rather than spending the day at her Brooklyn Park group home,
You take your jacket off.
she gets some valuable one-on-one time with her twin sister, Nicole.
Here. Can you show me how to do that?
But Nicole is more than just a sister.
Yeah.
Chelsea is dependent on her for many facets of life.
She has chromosome abnormalities, so she is deaf, she's nonverbal, she can say like one-syllable words, and she's autism and epilepsy, so she's got a whole lot of things. Good job, look at that.
While this quality time is nice,
Go out to eat.
ideally, Chelsea would be taking part in a day program
You miss seeing friends?
where she could work and socialize with others.
Yeah.
That's what she did before the pandemic hit.
She went 5 days a week, 9 to 2 or something like that. She had friends there. All right, here's the next one.
In March of 2020, Chelsea's day program shut down, and due to staffing shortages,
Tell me what color.
she hasn't been able to resume those pre-COVID activities. 2 years without that have taken a physical and emotional toll.
I mean, it's a constant struggle. I feel like she's just kind of existing in between my visits.
I can certainly understand her frustrations.
Bill Schultz is the president and CEO of Opportunity Partners, a nonprofit that provides day programs for people with disabilities.
All right, let's see.
Chelsea is on a waiting list to get into one of its programs, along with 400 other people.
It's really
The list is so long because Opportunity Partners has 80 open staffing positions.
They're the lifeblood of our mission, where we support adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And without them, we can't deliver our mission and support people in the community. So really, to provide those services to our community, we need that help from our legislators.
It's why Nicole is trying to be a voice for Chelsea,
Yes, I have.
to help her get back to the life she had before the programs shut down.
I hope that people who have the ability to make change don't forget them and work hard at bringing it back.
Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
An omnibus bill passed by a House committee includes efforts to raise pay for home health workers who care for people with disabilities and the elderly. We sat down to learn more about what's in the omnibus bill with one of its authors, Senator John Hoffman, who represents Champlin and part of Brooklyn Park.
We were one of the few committees to really get a targeted amount of money that really is going to make a difference, especially when it's workforce development. We know there are 46,000, if you look at home and community-based services, from nursing homes to group homes to working, one-on-one with individuals, PCA, home health, there's 46,000 vacancies in the state of Minnesota. There's over 200,000 people that do that profession. Yet the reimbursement rate, because the only way they make money is if either the state puts more money in the bucket or Centers for Medicaid Services matches that or puts it in there. And the reimbursements are around $14.72. I might be off a few cents, but it's there.
Pretty low.
It's really low, Shannon. When you look at, if I lived in Burnsville, I could get a job. My starting pay at Burnsville McDonald's is $21 an hour.
Wow.
Right? I mean, so you're competing against that. So really the folks that are doing this job are people that are passionate about it. They have a family member, there's something that's compelling to them, they're doing the right thing, or they're going to school for doing what they're doing, and it's like, all right. So we focused. I mean, there was this spotlight on, if we're going to do anything, let's focus on workforce, right? And we did that, right? And from the very beginning, when we had some cash money that was put out, right, to the workforce, knowing that, $200 million, 200,000, 206,000 people, the little bit of money equated to about 50 cents an hour raise. That's it. $206 million really equated to about 50 cents an hour raise. So that's pretty much the focus on it, right? There are some good policy provisions in there that we're looking at, child care. There's some stuff on trafficking that's in there that it's, oh my God, we're still 1,600 people, a year in Minnesota. Child trafficking that's going on. That's like not okay. It's wrong, right? So those are the kinds of things that we try to look at. Telehealth, medicine, those pieces. There's some big sections in there.
Yeah, so we're really seeing, the more of the population, the baby boomers are getting older, and so we've got to have services to match that.
I'm glad you brought that up because exactly, a couple years ago, we finally hit that bubble where there was more people 65 and older in the state of Minnesota than there are in the K-12 system. K-12 system has been 850,000 people, pretty much consistent, right? 1.1 million 65 and older, and it's climbing. So all of a sudden the Medicaid reaction to that is goes from $1 billion in Minnesota to $3 billion, right? Because we get a 2-for-1 match from the feds. But that also says, you know, folks that are getting older, they're getting their services. When they go to the hospital, 65% of the people that go to the hospital, it's Medicare or Medicaid that's paying for that. 65%. That's just going to keep increasing. So, you know, it is time, because we know also, Shannon, right? It's more cost effective. Well, it makes more sense. It's a natural, makes more sense for people to be at home, right?
Sure.
So how do we provide services and supports in people's homes? We know it's also a cost effective way, and it makes more sense because people live longer when they're able to be around the home that they love. So that's going to just increase.
Lots to keep our eye on. Thank you
Lots.
very much for being here today, Senator John
Good to
Hoffman.
see you. Thank you very much.
A Golden Valley legislator says it's time to move toward getting a new state flag and seal. Representative Mike Freiberg says the current flag was designed specifically to show white settlers displacing Native Americans, and it violates every principle of flag design. His legislation to create an inclusive commission to design a new flag and seal and retire the old one was part of a state government and elections bill passed Tuesday in the House. And finally, in Brooklyn Park, a local restaurant is undergoing a complete renovation. Cam's Bar and Eatery is located on 63rd Avenue North in Brooklyn Park, and not much of the building has changed since it was built in 1979. The owner hopes to serve patrons on the new patio space this summer.